Okay, it is Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. Let's start this with this from Richie from Boston. Is FEMA really in Michigan? And we're going to say a little bit of truth behind that if you want to believe the truth and not propaganda and fear porn and making money and using Christians. Let's see if Richie from Boston here. This is at 157 in this movie. He's talking about an old movie scene where they mention this guy Trump and protecting the city. But let's see here. Let's go. Come on.
Build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate. You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you. You're a liar, Trump.
So if you recall, back in the first time around with Donald Trump, we mentioned this. We mentioned this and we brought this up.
Exactly. The first time around with Trump, we brought up all this horse shit that never happened. But now it's going to happen. But it kind of will, but let's go.
I have to say, all the old school, the book, The Last President, movies like that just, it's too perfect to not be something. Do you see what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? It's too. I went and looked, because this shit came up years ago, obviously, under Trump, then books from 1900, 1911 or whatever. I played that fucking Google game endlessly just a few days ago, and it's just in fucking... See, the problem is, as I've said before, there is nothing that is coincidence or just happened, because what do all our social media alleged truther channels tell us? They tell us the exact opposite, that nothing is coincidence. Well, who the fuck said that? It's like I brought up several times over the years, that all these channels want to preach that the New World Order has to tell us ahead of time what they're going to do in secret messages and movies and songs. Who the fuck said that? Who came up with that? I mean, just fucking stupid shit, but let's pause here and go on. Oh, I have to address this. That's what he says. Let's see what he says here about this channel.
Perfect to not be something. Do you see what I'm saying? And it turns out that the YouTuber Nefertali 1981 is on the same page as myself.
Okay.
He's put up an entire hour.
Okay, she's good because she's on the same page as him. in other words, the same agenda, the same propaganda.
Long video right here, and I'll leave links below that explain exactly what I'm curious about. How suddenly everyone...
Okay, so, let me go.
Thinks that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are suddenly on our side.
Okay, yeah, he's right. See, these people do they do what's going on, what we all can see, and then they say and they do shit to fit their mold so they can make their money. Let's pause here because I want to show this channel. Okay, so I know some people probably think I'm cueing everything I talked about from Richie from Boston. Here's my YouTube history. Let me go back here. Okay, I just did this, so it wouldn't take too long. Okay, that's Sunday. I'm trying not to make this take too long. Sunday, Friday, where the hell's it at here? Thursday. Oh, Thursday, FEMA staging in Scotland, Michigan. Sorry, I watch it best. There's another one. Oh, I got to go back to the 10th here, November 10th. And you can see my history. My sister's thinking about getting a mobile home here, a motor home here in a year. I got to go back to the 10th to when I first watched her video. Oh, where the fuck's that here? I'm not trying to prolong this video. That's a great comedian, too, that Kyle Kinane or whatever his name is. Nikki Glacier, she's a fucking Amy... That was a good one, Amy Schumer, mostly sex stuff. There we go. Why is FEMA staging 350 semi-trailers with equipment in old, I believe that says Air Force Base. But let me pause here. Let's move on, see what she has to say. Okay, I'm going to show a little bit of her update video here. This is her. I have to do the play. It'll be real fast, so it's like a half a second, because I want to post this on YouTube, and she'll try to get me a strike for talking about her, exposing her bullshit. But let's pause here so exactly I want to... I'm going to start in the beginning. You can see I'm only at 2:23. Let me pause here. I'm just going to start there from the beginning because I can't skip this. Because Richie from Boston does the same bullshit, but he does it from the alleged manly, oh my God, the world's after. Let's go. Like I said, I'll do play pause real fast. Let's see what this fake Christian bitch is about.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Needy Homesteader channel. And you guys, what just happened? I think we broke the internet. What just happened? You guys, okay, before we get into the updates, because I do have some updates for you guys, and I promised that if I found anything out that I would come back and I would make a video. First and foremost, just because I feel like I need to clear the air a little bit, because man, I've been accused of some awful things. Lord have mercy, but you know what? I got the full armor of God on, and we're okay here.
She's got the full armor of God. We're okay. She's been accused of awful things, meaning fear porn about the FEMA trailers.
Okay, but let me clear up a few things first.
Let's clear it up. Just like Richie from Boston, they all do. Let's clear it up.
First and foremost, if you go back and look at my videos, other than our car accident video, where I had to come on and explain what happened. And maybe some other videos like, updating on, for those...
I had to come back and clean up all sorts of shit like Richie does. And yeah, there's all these other social media channels.
Who are new, by the way. Welcome to Needy Homesteader channel. I was in a fatal car...
She's needy for your cash. She was in a fatal car accident. She needs your cash, though.
Accident a few years ago. It killed my husband. We were hit head-on by a drunk driver. Those videos where I was giving updates or walking through grief, we walked through the sentencing of the drunk driver that hit us.
I probably should have skipped that, but...
Things of that nature. I had to have reconstruction on my mouth. So things like that. Those videos got quite a bit of views. But if you go back and look at my videos, you guys, I'm not a big, I have a big channel, but I don't get a lot of views. I'm just a mom.
I'm just a mom.
I homeschool.
I homeschool.
I'm a lover of the Lord.
Lover of the Lord. That's all you need to see. I'm the, I think, let's do 2 more seconds. A few more seconds.
Accident, changed me spiritually.
Let's change your, let's see, what do we got below here? Shop here. Buy this, buy that, unisex clothing. And she's got the homesteader store you can buy all sorts of other shit. Like Richie from Boston's main thing is gold, but you can buy other. Anyway, that's what this bitch is about. Just like her, they're all lovers and servants of the Lord. Let's pause here. Before I jump back into the Richie from Boston video I was talking about, is FEMA really in Michigan? I didn't watch this. FEMA is setting up around the Madrid fault line. They're going to set it off. Years after, repeatedly. Fear porn. Hurry, buy my gold. Love me. Support me. I'm traveling cross country at your expense for 10 fucking years. But let's pause here. Now, I want you to listen to this, what I think it's this dude says about the Bible. Listen to this.
From beginning installation to start of training in 19 days, which is the fastest that anyone has ever gotten a supercomputer to train.
And is that in that new building off to the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were?
Yeah.
I see.
Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding.
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
No kidding.
That's where our new God will come from. People need. I've shown that dude the clips from that guy Bill Donahue who talks about what the Bible really says, allegory, parable, and truth. Anyway, listen to this. Moses came out of Egypt with the teachings of the Egyptians. The whole Bible came out of Egypt and astrology, and which is it's truth, astrology, mythology, and it's just insane, and so on and so forth, as Richie from Republican from Boston would say, because he's completely Republican, and he tries to talk shit about Trump. But I've done a couple of videos showing how he said, "Oh my God, the election's going to be stolen." Matter of fact, he just said that this last video of the election. He mentioned how the election would be stolen from. Well, why are you worried about that if you know both sides of the same agenda? Fucking stupid and pathetic. The Bible came out of Egypt, as it says, Moses was taught in the ways of the Egyptians. But let's move on from the religious horse shit. Let's go. Oh, I should have just kept going on from there, but let's see what he says here. And he means this.
No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny.
And I also want to remind you that Founded Earth Brothers also did an amazing video on this entire subject, and it's 30 minutes long.
In other words, he preaches all these Christians. He only will promote a channel with his beliefs, which people can say, well, which is that you're supposed to be. But again, every one of them, capital ALL, 100%, they're all for profit channels. All for profit. All for your money.
Long. Before you jump on the Trump bandwagon.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I get it. Everybody wants hope. Nobody wants this to be what it is, but it is what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody wants hope, including him. They are buying into this shit, like I've been saying since Trump got rolling. Oh my God, they're going to get rid of all these fucking illegals. They're going to stop, part or whatever of the trans agenda, fucking with your kids. I get it, I understand that, but they don't get it. They're getting these people, Richie from Boston included. He pretends not to be, but if you pay attention to what he's saying, what he's doing, the videos puts out, he's part of that. He's fallen into it, and that's exactly what they want. But let's roll on here. I don't know if there's anything else here.
What I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
And here's one other thing I want to throw out there real quick. If anybody lives in the Michigan area near this airport,
yeah, go to Michigan. Man, let's go.
Can actually verify that FEMA is there setting up all these trucks.
Well, why don't you drive to Michigan, Richie from Boston? You've been doing nothing for at least 10 years. I know for a fact 6, so I'm going to say 10. Traveling at your sheep, your flocks, the dumbass people that send you money, your 2 bullshit GoFundMes, your fake burglary of your vehicle. You've been traveling for 10 years at your sheep, your flocks, the idiot's expense. You drive to Michigan and go check out that Air Force Base. Give me a fucking break. People are so stupid. Let's see here where he's talking about FEMA or the lack of FEMA in emergency response.
Would be staging someplace for, incidents, events that could happen in the future to protect the American public. Well, FEMA's job isn't to protect the American public.
Okay.
FEMA's job is, and always has been, continuity of government. It has nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? If they are sending 350 trucks to...
Okay, if it's their job to protect continuity of government, where they been doing that? FEMA never does fucking anything except for suck money. They do, now granted, they do come in, but they're 3 days late, a week late, 2 week, whatever. They're slow because they're a fucking government agency. Come on, we've all known, like he even admitted here and has done other videos, we knew it before, but the proof was in the pudding with Katrina. We're on our own. You should never rely on anybody. And if you're an American patriot and believing all these truthers and all this shit, even before YouTube, you should have known never ever to become dependent on a government agency. It should be local, it should be state, it should be set. I mean, give me a fucking break. People listen to this shit and believe that. God, come on, give me a fucking break. Don't be so fucking stupid. Okay, again, let's look at a little bit of that Project 2025, the mandate for leadership that Trump claims he's not part of. Slashing public rebuilding money, dissolving federal flood insurance. Again, I got to say this again. It's so important. People want to say it's, New World Order agenda. All these insurance companies getting rid of various disaster insurance. Well, that's because they're private fucking companies. Give me a break. It's not a fucking agenda. Anyway, rebuilt their homes. Trump's he wants climate change stricken from the record anywhere. I.e., he wants nothing whatsoever that could hint at geoengineering. Poorest among us who never had flood insurance. Why the fuck are you depending on the government and everybody else? What happened to all these social media truthers, patriots? We're on our own. We're a family. We're a unity. We're a town. Well, where the fuck are you in? Where are you at in helping each other? Yes, we do see it, disasters, but where are they? I mean, come on. Give me a fucking break. Pause here. If you want to take it as legit, let's go from a Michigan news source. I don't know what channel that is. FEMA's presence in Michigan cited as potential staging area. Speculation of why they would trucks were rolling them out the past few days. Social media. However, they said, well, it stemmed from an assessment of a possible staging site, but it never happened. Give me your fucking break. Because people just eat this shit. Richie's eating it up while pretending he's not, so he can look like the, he can, you get it, but so on and so forth. Oh, in that same video, I forgot to play it. I took a screenshot. Ron Paul's talking about, oh, come on. Let me pause here. Ron Paul warning about biometrics and real ID back in 2011 and U.S. being fenced in. Remember when Trump put all them troops on the border? Oh my God, we're going to be fenced in. They're not going to let anybody out. Ron Paul fell for this shit. I don't think Ron Paul was part of the agenda, but he fell for this shit as much as anybody else did. If you Google up the Real ID Act, it doesn't require any more proof of who you are than anything else. I know because I have one of them IDs here in Washington State. And you gotta realize if the New World Order took over in the U.S., they wouldn't give a, if you fucking left the country, they would have less people to have to control. But anyway, oh my God, 2011, oh my God, remember that? They were going to seal the border. We can't get out. OMG. I haven't brought this up in a bit, but I have. If you follow my channel, as of September 24, over 7,000 Starlink satellites in orbit, supposedly there to bring people the internet over your phone. Plan number, they want to do 12,000, expanding to eventually to 34,000 maybe, working because they come out of orbit because they're in lower Earth orbit. I know lower Earth orbit and space don't exist if you're a Christian. We're in a flat Earth. You guys are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. You are the dumbest fucking people on the planet if you believe in a flat Earth. But let's move on here. Anyway, they want you to believe that they are putting them up there to improve cell phone communications. Well, then why has that not worked? Why has it been in all these disasters? Even the recent one in wherever the fuck it was, where they claimed they were doing a disaster to get to the lithium mines, which I pointed out was bullshit. Why didn't it improve cell phone communications? Because it might help a little bit. Those are not there for that. Though I don't really believe they're up there primarily for space weapons either. I do believe it has to do with climate change and trying to protect the planet because the geoengineering has toasted this planet. But let's go on. Morning glory. Oh yeah, Trump's appointed 2 Fox people now to head positions. Let me try to remember to Google them, but 2 guys from Fox gonna go to appointed presidential positions, and they don't know jack shit about jack shit. Which doesn't matter. Trump could unleash a housing boom by ending the endangered species scam. Of course, we all know there's places where you can't drill or build houses because of stupid endangered species, but this is going along with what Dane Wigington's been saying for years. Richie from Boston lives from Dane Wigington when he talks about geoengineering, but moving on, we all know there's endangered species shits and plants and all that shit where it's bullshit, but this is, like Dane Wigington's been saying for years, loot, plunder, and pillage till it's all over. So that's what's going on here. Drill, baby, drill. And man, believe it or not, if you look through this shit and see history, then anyway, it's not all what it claims to be. And then the poisons and the death and the fucking up the underground clean water from, God damn it, fracking. Oh, that was kind of a worthless screenshot, but let's pause here. More proof that Project 2025 is in with, Trump's in with that, or part of it, or he's a puppet. Anyway, Brendan Carr wrote the FCC chapter in Project 2025. Now he's Trump pick for the agency. You go read through it. They want to make it, the article, they want to make it, oh, we're going to have free speech. We're tired of what the Democrats have done. Oh, my God. The free speech will just be their end. You will believe. This is, I don't know, some years back, some founding father, whoever made a quote, Patriots do not blindly follow. These MAGA people, these Trumpsters, these Democrats, they're fawning all over Trump. Sent by God, even though Trump himself said he's not a Christian, falling all over this motherfucker. And they don't realize if this shit really gets rolling under this agenda, it's going to be far worse than people ever expected. We're going to see, it's going to get so fucking bad if they can get this shit rolling, and he really will be the last president. But we got to see what they can pull off, because right now we still have the Congress and Senate that has to vote on certain shit. Then we got the Supreme Court, but right now they're all run by the Republicans, or they have the majority, but the majority has never been successful in doing all this shit the Republicans have wanted, or the Democrats have wanted over the years. But I'm telling you, and this started roughly a year ago, I've sensed it just fucking coming. And again, Richie's playing off my videos, but let's go on. Okay, no price tag for getting illegals, which could also very easily translate into troops and National Guard on our streets. And of course, these MAGA people would be all for it as long as you're getting rid of illegals, until eventually it turns on you. You know, they came for them, then they finally came for me, blah, blah, blah. Farmers claim aggregate would fall between 30 and 60 trillion if they got rid of all the immigrants, all the illegals that were working on farms. Of course, that would be devastation. So who's going to take those jobs? Are you or me? Fuck no. Is any white, black, Mexican American? Fuck no. Remember this? Active troops at the Mexican border before the... Oh, yeah. This was back in 2018. Remember, Trump's and all them troops down there in National Guard, active military, weren't allowed to do a damn fucking thing except for observe and report. But, of course, if he could do that invasion act or whatever, then he could do... Anyway, farm workers, look at the little pay. Are you going to go out there and do them jobs with no pension, no benefits, just whatever average pay? The government... The federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. You really want to work for that? I'm gonna have to end this here in about 22 minutes. Let's pause here and see. Oh, I brought this up a couple minutes. Trump picks a fracking company CEO as next Department of Energy Secretary. Loot, like Dane Wiggin has said, loot, plunder, pillage until we're all fucking gone. And I don't know if Trump knows, but the people that run these people know that this planet's toast. But let's see. Pause.